Hi, my name is Antonio. Some classmates and I from the Surrey School District 36 recently attended the Guns and Gangs Symposium held on February 3rd in downtown Vancouver. It was an eye-opening experience. In this video project, we were supported by the Surrey School District 36, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, the Acting Together Research Project, the RCMP, and Shaw TV. With them, my classmates and I were happy to share with you what we found out at the Gangs and Guns Symposium. The goal of the symposium was to explore the roots of gang violence and show how individuals and communities can promote successful education, prevention, intervention, and enforcement.
Jay Dobbins is a career lawman best known for his 20-plus years as an undercover federal agent to infiltrate gangs, gun-running groups, and drug trafficking organizations. Jay became best known for his infiltration of the Hells Angels outlaw motorcycle gang. He wrote a memoir about this experience, No Angel, My Harrowing Undercover Journey to the Inner Circle of the Hells Angels. People join gangs for a number of different reasons.
People join gangs because there's something missing from their life, and that gang, that organization, helps replace that in their life. If they don't feel like they have love in their life, that gang provides love to them. If they don't feel like they're safe in their life, that gang provides safety to them. If they're impoverished, if they're not, like financially in a good place, sometimes the activity of that gang gives them money. But all those things that a young gang member is looking for, that gang might provide to them, it's only on the short term. It's not long-term solutions to those feelings, because it won't last. Gang life always leads in a bad direction. So I think there's things that are missing in someone's life: camaraderie, security, a home, a place to sleep, food to eat. When they don't have that and the gang offers that to them, it's very attractive. But there's always other good, moral, ethical ways to find that if that's something that's missing in your life.
We wanted to know what drove him to do such a dangerous job.
There's the world is full of good, innocent, kind-hearted people, and there's predators that take advantage of those people. So I've always been a person that was willing to stand up to the bully.
Who are we dealing with when we are talking about members of gangs?
These guys are smart guys. I think people think the Hells Angels are nothing but street thugs. And that's a sad underestimation of who these guys are. They're rough boys. There's no doubt about it. But these guys, they're smart, and they're street smart. They may not be PhD smart. They may not be college educated smart, but they are very smart. They're clever. They're intelligent. They know what to look for to find out if someone is who they say they are. They're very, very intelligent on the brutal, graphic level of the street.
Being an undercover agent puts you in a tough position. You have to betray people.
I spent years with these guys. The guys stayed at my house. I slept at their house. I had guys that would invite me over to their house for holidays because they thought that I was by myself. I held their babies. I hugged their family. I got to know them. When you gain that personal interaction with somebody like that, and then ultimately you betray it, it's not easy. But if there's someone that I have an affection for, that I like, but that person is committing crimes, that person is doing things that they shouldn't be doing, they're taking advantage of people, it goes back to that predator element. Because you might have a nice personality, because you might have a smile on your face, that doesn't make it okay for you to go out and hurt people.
Rob Ray is the assistant manager of the Safe Schools program in the Surrey School District and a respected anti-gang expert. Rob has worked on the front lines connecting with troubled youth and has done outreach with parents on the warning signs of gang activity.
I think the Safe School Department makes sure that every student, all 70,000 students in our school district, come to school and they feel safe and that they enjoy coming to school and it's a fun place for them to be.
What are the warning signs that a youth is at risk of gang involvement?
There are a lot of risk signs that show up when a kid's moving towards that gang involvement. When you come home and you got marks on your face from fights that you can't explain, you got money or materials that you can't explain, you shift your friends, you start hanging out with different people, a couple cell phones, different patterns, any dramatic shift in your life that's towards the negative is usually an indication that you're moving along that pathway to gang involvement. Hi, this is Rob speaking.
The youth who don't have healthy things in their life can be at risk.
Anytime you have a young person that isn't connected to healthy stuff in their life, as in their family, as with their peers, school, community, or even with themselves, I think those youth are most at risk for any kind of at-risk involvement, including gangs.
I've hurt a lot of people. I was a street fighter. I would knock guys out, keep hitting them so they didn't get up. If they got up, they were gonna hurt me. I wasn't gonna let anyone hurt me, so I hurt them first.
The symposium featured parts of the play describing the life of former gang member Joe Calandino. It's called Let Me Up, written and directed by Vancouver playwright Peter Grasso.
It hurt us the most. When I was 15, I joined a gang. Before I was old enough to get a driver's license, I've been stabbed, I've been shot at. You want to know what fear is? Fear is the sound of a bullet going by your head. Our gang was evil. We were called the Amber Park Boys. That's my sister Maria. I love my sister. She was the best.
The play Let Me Up shows the role that an unhappy family life can play in turning youth into the wrong direction.
Me and my dad, we were always butting heads. When he came here from Italy, he had to work like a dog to survive. That made him a hard man. Everything was black and white. There was no gray. I was wrong and he was right, no matter what. He was so angry at life, he had to let off steam. Sometimes that steam burned me. Sometimes he took it out of my ma. He never touched my sister, but his words were like slaps to the face. I was glad he didn't spend a lot of time at home.
Look who's here. Decide to spend some time with us?
Boys should be outside, Pop.
Boys grew up to be men who have responsibilities. Your brother Paolo understands that. Were you at the park with those bums?
On my way home from school, yeah, I went to the park.
Oh, smoking the drugs, stealing radios out of cars.
Stereos.
What?
Well, stereos, Pop. Cars don't have radios, they have stereos.
Maria, I'm talking to your brother about serious things. Be quiet and listen.
Ah, radios, stereos. If you steal it, it's wrong.
And the drinking, smoking the drugs?
I don't steal and I don't do drugs. That was bullshit, of course. I was doing all that stuff.
Bullshit! That is bullshit. All those bums do at the park is drink and steal and smoke the dope. You want to be a bum? Huh? You want to be a drug addict?
When I was a kid, my dad was never home. He'd go down to one of the Italian clubs and drink and gamble. In my eyes, he was the bum. He was pissing away all his money. I'm not a bum. I'm not a drug addict. I go to school. I have a job. I make money.
You pump gas.
Son, listen. I know lots of people who have a good job and make lots of money, but they waste
They
it.
piss it away.
They waste it on drinking and gambling and loose women.
Loose women. I know it sounds really old-fashioned, but I swear that's how my parents talked.
Our families help us make us who we are, but we still make our own decisions.
Then I met the devil. I would go with friends to Club 90 one night a week. Steve was always there. He was a member of a powerful gang. He was one of the biggest gangsters in the city.
He knew I was the big shark, and he loved it. I could see his mouth water whenever I pulled up my big roll of cash. He was greedy.
Steve.
Oh, I can smell blood in the water. Yeah.
I want to be part of your crew.
Got him. Why do you want in?
I feel like I'm on my own. I want to be part of a brotherhood. I want to belong to something.
He wants the money, the power. Okay, bring your mind 24/7. You stick to me like glue. I'll teach you what you need to know. You get voted in, you become part of us. You screw up, I'm your worst enemy.
Right.
No, don't talk. Listen. 10% of everything you make comes back to me. You cheat me, you're dead. You do hard drugs, you're dead. You break any of the rules, and they won't find your body.
Okay?
You got a gun?
No, I got rid of him when my kid was born.
Get one.
Okay?
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. It took me less than 2 years to be voted in. I was a gang member again. Again and again and again. But now I was up here and I was looking down. I was into drug trafficking, prostitution, and loan sharking. I was good at it. I made a lot of money, which made Steve a lot of money, which made him happy. I thought I had it all. Money, power, respect. I thought these things were gonna make my life better. I was wrong.
Where's my money?
Hey, where's my fucking money? What?
You fucking 300 grand, you drug
I don't
addict.
know.
Oh, you don't know?
I didn't get it.
You didn't get mine? Fuck! You piece of shit! You owe me 300 grand.
I don't have it, Steve. Come on.
You know what? I don't care if you have it or if you don't have it. The drugs got you by the balls and you're taking me down with you. That's it. You're out.
No.
No. I'm taking your house. You're out. If I ever see you again, I will put a bullet in your head. Bag of garbage.
Steve. I hurt people. I destroyed people's lives with drugs and violence. I used people. I felt so bad I tried to destroy myself. I became a crackhead and almost died.
What made you change?
I didn't want to lose. It was a fight I was having with myself and I didn't want to lose.
How do you win?
I don't know. I guess when you can look yourself in the mirror, not be embarrassed anymore.
Calandino's story also shows how a person can escape the world of gangs, guns, and drugs, and how that person can then help others. Doug Spencer talks about how drug gangs are now using Translink to sell drugs and to recruit street-level dealers.
Mostly the drug dealing, but you do see some recruitment. You will see a group of kids that are hanging around a certain station. All of a sudden, this bling set of wheels will pull up, and the guy will step out, and they'll start talking or whatever, and the two kids will jump in the SUV, and off they go. You've just watched two kids get recruited right in front of your eyes. So.
Programs like Moyo and IRL are initiatives to keep youth out of trouble.
Yeah, they're all initiatives started originally in Surrey, trying to connect with kids that don't have the money to take the bus around and look for a job or the train. They facilitate that, right? IRL workers are youth workers based out of Surrey, but it was initiated through our SkyTrain because our SkyTrain connects all these different cities together, right? And again, you're just trying to target young kids that they got no money. They may have one dad's in jail, mom's having trouble with drugs or whatever. They're just out there kids, so you're trying to give them a little hand up.
We talked with Ariel Patterson, who works with the youth near SkyTrain stops. We found her at the Surrey Winterfest Festival. A number of kids came by to visit the colorful Moyo bus.
Moyo stands for Mobile Youth Outreach, and it is a program that's run in collaboration with Pacific Community Resources, Options, the City of Surrey, the School District, and Alexandra House. And we take this bus out into the parks in the summertime and connect with the youth that are hanging out in the park doing negative activity.
Moyo gives options to youth who are heading on the wrong path.
Our opportunities, a lot of them involve recreational programs through the City of Surrey, drop-ins at places like PCRS, employment opportunities, kind of the sky's the limit as to what we kind of refer youth to.
Moyo was created to address negative activity in the community.
When Moyo was a pilot project in 2006, there was a lot of vandalism happening in the parks in Surrey, and so Moyo was created as kind of like a a youth lounge that goes out into the park to connect with the youth that aren't going to the youth lounges, and to bring those positive kind of activities to them and try and connect them back to a place like a youth center, a rec center, or a youth drop-in center.
We ran into Rob Ray again on the day of Surrey's Winterfest. We asked him to tell us what he thought the Gangs and Guns event meant.
It means to me that there is an appetite and there's a passion for people and organizations across Western Canada to address the issues of youth gangs. To me, there isn't anything more rewarding that people are out there saying we need to deal with this issue and we're going to do something about it, and we're going to commit our time and organizational resources to get it done.
In spite of improvements, ongoing prevention is needed.
Well, I think statistically the problem of gangs and guns have gotten better over the last year or two. There have been far fewer murders attributed to gang violence, but at the same time, even though the enforcement agencies are doing a fantastic job of suppressing some of the behavior, I think as a community agencies or school boards or other organizations out there, we need to continually be at the forefront in terms of preventing young people from moving into gangs into the first place.
There are a number of programs to help youth at risk.
Surrey Safe Schools has a number of programs, a number of initiatives that have been put forward to combat any kind of at-risk behavior that youth may be involved in. We have the PSST website where kids can go on and peruse through all sorts of school-based material, and also leave anonymous tips if they feel that they don't have the ability to talk to an adult that they trust. That can be regarding anything that they're having issues with. Also, we have the IR3 program. It's an alternative to suspension. So instead of suspending kids to the street, we often send them to the IR3 program, where they work on issues of self-esteem, self-identity, refusal skills, other pieces that really help them become better people and better students. And of course, we have the RAP program, which works one-to-one with young people that are gang associated or along that pathway of gang activity. And it's based on strong intervention, and it's proven to be quite successful.
As an initiative, we're involved. We got a girl, Wendy Hawthorne, she's our graffiti girl. They'll get kids to go clean up graffiti if they get caught as part of their community service. She has arranged to get like whole walls, so these kids, if they still want to go and do their graffiti and their art, they're able to go do it, right? And it's all cool with the people that own the building, so you're kind of channeling their skill and because some of them are really good artists, to go and do it, right? And not do it on a train.
In the last 4 to 5 years now that we've been running Moyo, we've come into contact with 10,000 different youth around Surrey, and have had the opportunity to go out for those 4 different summers and really make some good quality relationships and try and connect them back to our centers and back to positive activities.
I think the best way to keep youth safe is to keep them attached to everything that's healthy in their life, and that includes their family, their community, their peers, being happy with yourself and being happy at school as well.
I just would say that, to all the young people out there who are going to see this spot, who are going to see this interview, all the things that are appealing about gang life, all the things that interest you, all the problems that you think being a part of a gang are going to solve, it's a short-term solution to a long-term problem, and it never works out. There's always a better way. There's people in the community who want to help you. There's people in the community who love you. There's people in the community who want to protect you. And man, ask for help. Ask for help. I think kids are afraid to ask for help. Ask. Put your hand out, man. Let your guard down and let people help you. Because this is a wonderful community. This is a very pleasant, peaceful, sweethearted community who cares about their kids. And so, man, don't take the easy way. The easy way is just to join a gang. But you're not solving any problems. If you're solving them, you're only solving them on the short term for a very brief period of time. And in the process, you're creating tons of heartache for yourself, for your family, for your friends. And there's always a good way to solve whatever your problem is, and just ask for it, seek it, find help.